Welcome to this video on how to install MongoDB Community Server on your Windows computer. To get started, let's head on over to mongodb.com. Alright, so once you're here, you'll find a banner displaying the products, solutions, resources, company, and pricing. Now, you might be seeing pricing and wondering, am I going to have to pay for this? The answer is no. There is a Community Edition which we are going to use, and that is for developers specifically, and that will be the version that we're going to be installing today. So hover over the Products tab and locate the link to the Community Edition. Click on it and it'll take you to the download page. Alrighty, so now we're on the MongoDB Community Server tab right here. You can see that we've got the version 6.0.2. Windows is our platform, and currently the package we have is the MSI, which is the Microsoft installer. There are different options here. You can also install it as a zip. But I do recommend the Microsoft installer since that's what we're going to be doing in the video, and it's also a little bit easier to do the install this way. If you want, you can go ahead and check out some of this extra information over here about the community server and different options for deployment on AWS, Google Cloud, etc. Alright, so let's go ahead and download the MSI package. Okay, once it's downloaded, let's go ahead and open it up. And you should see this screen pop up now, and go ahead and just click Next. And now we're at the license agreement, so make sure you understand the license and the terms, and then go ahead and click Accept, and then click Next. Alright, so now you should arrive at a screen with two options detailing the kinds of installs that you can do. There is the complete install and the custom install. Now, the only difference between the two is that the custom allows you to pick and choose what features you want to install, whereas the complete just goes ahead and installs all the features in the release. One benefit of choosing the custom option is that you can check the disk usage to see if your computer will be able to meet the requirements. I really can't think of a situation where you wouldn't want to do the full install for the Community Edition, so let's go ahead and click on the complete button here. Alright, so at the next screen, you'll need to specify how to configure MongoDB, how to configure the MongoDB service, and a box will be checked that says Install MongoDB as a service, which enables MongoDB to be configured as a Microsoft service specifically. So if you leave this option checked, it will automatically start the MongoDB server and service after the installation. If not, you'll need to start it manually. So my recommendation is to just leave it checked. Alright, so the next set of options is to run service as a network service or run service as a local or domain user. I'm going to leave that on the network service since that's the first option, which is the using a Windows user account built in, which is a good way to do it. And again, the second option essentially just creates a local user. So keep again the first option checked there, the run service as a network user, and then you can see you can specify the service name if you want to rename it from MongoDB to something else. Go for it. I'm just going to keep it as is. And the last options specify the data path and the log paths. So not really much needs to change there. The defaults are okay, so let's go ahead and click Next. Alright, the next screen is an optional install of MongoDB Compass. So MongoDB Compass is essentially the user interface for MongoDB. That is the graphical user interface. There are other tools, and I have other videos explaining how you can work with MongoDB through the command line, but this is actually a graphical user interface that comes with a number of features, including the ability to import JSON and CSV files and do some schema analysis. You can write queries, etc. So I highly recommend installing it here since it's a quick way to connect to your MongoDB server and become familiar with how it works. You can install it later. I do have another video that shows you how to install MongoDB Compass separately, so if you want to check that out later, you can. If you're following along though, just go ahead and install it and click Next. Okay, so now we're ready to do the install, and let's do it. Okay, so once that's completed installing, you should have this screen pop up here. Go ahead and click Finish. And if you have the box selected to install the MongoDB Compass, it'll pop up here as well. Now we can go ahead and connect to our new MongoDB server by just hitting this Connect button here. Now, I will say if you selected to run MongoDB as a service that is a Microsoft service within the installation, you can go ahead and just click Connect Now because it's already up and running. If not, you're going to have to start it manually. And so if you have questions about that, go ahead and drop it in the chat. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and connect here. And you can see we're already connected to our MongoDB server. Alright, that is it for this video. For more MongoDB tutorials, check out the description. I've included links to other videos that I have, so go ahead and check those out if you're interested. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.